The mysterious death of Newcastle resident and former presidential advisor John Wheeler continues to baffle investigators. Over the last 2 days, police have learned about several sightings as witnesses have come forward saying they saw Wheeler wandering through Wilmington and Newcastle looking disoriented last week. A parking lot attendant at the Newcastle County Courthouse said she encountered the 66-year-old retiree at about 7 o'clock Wednesday night, where he was also captured on surveillance video.
I was closing down the garage and an older guy, he came knocking on the window. He's saying that he just wanted to come in and get warm before he paid for his ticket. So I kind of found it strange because he didn't have a coat on and he had one shoe in his hand. So I told him that if he shut those doors, he can get warm in here. So he kind of walked out that way to the pay station area, and he must have got on the elevator and he walked around the garage. So when he came back, I was talking to him. I was asking him what kind of car do you have? Where's your ticket? He said his ticket was inside of his briefcase. I asked where was his briefcase at. He said his briefcase was stolen. He wasn't slurring. There was no blood. He wasn't staggering. He was just kind of shuffling along. What really struck me as being odd was that he didn't have a coat on and he had his shoe in his hand. He didn't ask me to call the police. I asked him if he needed money or anything. He said no. He didn't look homeless.
Shortly before that, Wheeler was seen in this Happy Harry's pharmacy in Newcastle asking for a ride to Wilmington. Police say Wheeler arrived in Wilmington on a train on Tuesday and was last seen alive at 8:30 Thursday night inside the Nemours building at 10th and Orange Streets. Police say surveillance video showed him inside the building looking disoriented. He declined several offers for assistance. About 13 hours later, Wheeler's body was discovered at the Cherry Island landfill in Wilmington.
Wilmington police initiated the investigation. It was determined that the waste management truck that was dumping the garbage had made pickups within the city of Newark, in fact 10 in total. Those 10 locations were on the eastern side of Newark, surrounding the Library Avenue, Merrows Road, Ogletown Road, and East Main Street section of the city. Once it was determined that all of the dumpsters that were collected were from within the city of Newark, we were notified, and Newark police became involved in the investigation.
A graduate of West Point, Harvard, and Yale, Wheeler led a prominent life in the federal government and nonprofits. The story of Wheeler's mysterious death is attracting national attention.
On New Year's Eve, police discovered his body at a landfill in Delaware.
Wheeler led fundraising efforts in the 1980s to construct the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington and served as an advisor to the last 3 Republican presidents. Wheeler lived in this house in Old Newcastle with his wife, who was out of town. Police searched the house earlier this week and returned to the landfill to search for more clues. The cause of Wheeler's death has not been released, pending toxicology results and further forensic testing. For Delaware Online, I'm Ashley Barnas.